My mother-in-law secretly decorated a nursery in her house with items from my baby registry today. I changed the locks and blocked her number because I am too young to handle motherhood alone. When I first met James' mother Eleanor, she seemed kind but intense. She'd call him daily and referred to him as my baby boy despite him being 32. I ignored the red flags because James assured me she was just old-fashioned and loved family. Everything changed when I got pregnant. Eleanor started showing up unannounced to check on the baby, placing her hands on my stomach without permission, and referring to my daughter as my second chance. I'd gently correct her parent, and she'd laugh it off with same thing really. The boundary violations escalated slowly. First, she demanded copies of all ultrasound photos for her records. Then she insisted on attending every doctor's appointment because grandmothers have rights too. When we declined, she cried to family members that we were cutting her out of the pregnancy. The breaking point came with our baby shower. Eleanor insisted on hosting it herself, claiming it was tradition. I reluctantly agreed after she promised to use our registry and respect our woodland animal nursery theme. But when I arrived, everything was pink princess-themed pert, not a woodland creature in sight. Not a single gift came from our registry. When I opened a final gift, a matching set of clothes for the baby and Eleanor pert, she proudly announced, for our special days together, when mommy needs a break. My husband noticed my discomfort and asked where all our registry items were. Eleanor beamed. Oh, I bought everything from your registry myself. They're all set up in my nursery at home. The baby will need a proper room when she stays with me 3 days a week. The room went silent. I was 8 months pregnant and fighting tears 3 days a week. I asked, well dear, we've already discussed this, she said, patting my hand condescendingly. First time mothers need help, especially young ones like you. James and I agreed I'd take the baby while you adjust. I looked at my husband, who appeared as shocked as I was. Mom, we never discussed this, ever? Eleanor laughed nervously. Maybe not in those exact words, but when I mentioned helping with the baby you said, that would be great. On the drive home, Eleanor's sister called James, apologizing for the scene. She revealed Eleanor had been telling everyone she would be parenting because I was too inexperienced at 28 years old. She'd even joined a grandparents' rights Facebook group seeking advice on how to establish overnight visitation rights from birth. Today, while Eleanor was at church, we drove to her house using the emergency key. There it was, a fully furnished nursery with everything from our registry plus a bed for herself so she could sleep near the baby. On her nightstand was a journal labeled My Co-Parenting Plan with a feeding and care schedule that gave her the baby Thursday through Sunday every week. I took photos of everything, then we left, locking the door behind us. At home, we changed our locks, installed security cameras, and I blocked her number. James sent a single text. We know about the nursery and your co-parenting plans. You will not see our daughter until you get professional help and respect our boundaries as parents. The flying monkeys have been attacking non-stop. Parrot family members insisting she just loves the baby and was only trying to help. But the most chilling message came from Eleanor herself, emailing from a new address. A good grandmother is better than a mediocre mother. Courts recognize that. Some people think grandparents are entitled to your child. I've learned they're only entitled to the role you choose to give them.